Okay, good morning. We are going to do a detail view drawing here. So uh, I've opened a new drawing file. I used our Edgewood title block and I want to place a view. And so I'm going to choose base and I'm going to bring in the front view of our part, which was called the widget 7.2D detail view, just kind of a random long part. And we're going to do two things. We're going to show you how to do a detail view of this, and we're also going to show you how to do a break. Okay, so right here, I can always get back into this menu by right-clicking on that red dotted line that comes around the view, but I'd like to get it correct first, so we're going to bring in a front view. I can move this to the side, and I can look at the size of it. Okay, that's small. It is a long part, but let's see scale 1 to 1. I think I want to bring in the scale 1 to 1. Okay, so I'm going to bring in a front view, and then I can project now. If I move in the correct direction, going straight up will give me a top view. Going to the right will give me a right view, and going top right will give me a front top right isometric. So I left click in each of those places. I'm done. Those are the 4 views I wanted to create right now. So I right click and say create. And we're going to hover around the ISO, get that red dotted line, right click, edit view, and shade it. This little button right here turns the shading back on. Okay. Now, first I'll actually show you the break. This is a really long part, and perhaps I don't want it to take up as much space on my paper. And since it's a repeating pattern and there's really no change of detail or anything, that if I just cut a section out, still provide you the correct overall dimensions, that a user will understand that this is just a repeating pattern. And so we don't need to take up as much paper. So I'm going to choose the break tool. It's 4 clicks. 1 click to choose the tool. 1 click to choose the view. I'm going to something was already highlighted though, so let me hit cancel and kind of click away, make sure nothing's selected or pre-selected. Okay, so it's 1 click to choose the tool. Down here on the left you see it says select a view, so choose the view that you want to cut a section out of, and that's going to be the front. And now it says select the start point for the material to be removed. You just click once, so this is going to be my 3rd click, and I'll just kind of start here. And then I move my mouse in the direction that I want to cut to where the endpoint is, and that'll be my 4th click. So I'll click right here, and everything in between these 2 lines is going to be cut out of our view. And I actually don't have to right click, that tool automatically turns off. Now I'm going to scoot my front and my right a little closer together, and I'm going to bring my top view, or my isometric front top right, down a little bit so that it is not going over the border. Okay? Alright, so there's a long break line cutting a section out. Next, the detail view, which is what this assignment is really about. So we see that we have detail in these teeth, and to try to dimension and show the angles and how far apart each tooth is from the next one, that's just a lot to put in a small space. So we can use the detail tool to zoom in. So I've chosen that. Notice again down here it says select a view. So 1 click turns the tool on. The 2nd click chooses the view that I'm going to detail in, this one. And now it says select the center point of the fence. So I'm going to zoom in here. I want the center of my circle to actually be kind of down in the valley here between the 2 teeth. That's going to be the center I'm going to pull out, and I'm going to get 2 teeth. So I'm going to click, and now I start pulling my mouse out. That big A is just saying that this is going to be called view A. And I'm going to go right here. I've got 2 full teeth. So I left click, and then once I move my mouse, you can see that I've got this detail view that I can move over here in place. Okay, the scale of it right here, I can change. I really want to make it larger. If we go 4 to 1. Okay, and I'm going to left click. And there you go, you have a detail view. And in the front view, I see this little circle with the A, letting me know that this detail, where it came from in this view. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Let's just dimension things. So I'm going to go back to Annotate, my Annotate tab, to get the Dimension tool. And first, our part in general, let's get the overall width. And then over here, I'm going to use the right view to get the heights. And I also need the depth. I can do the depth either here, okay, or so the vertical distance here, or I can get the horizontal distance here, either one. Since I've already got a couple dimensions right here, I'll just add it to the right view. So I have my overall width, my overall depth, and my overall height. And then I'll come over to the detail view with my dimension tool, and I can actually get the angle of this by choosing these two lines. Don't get points, get the lines. Oh, something was already selected. Let's try that again. Okay, I want to choose line 1, line 2. There you go, and I'll get the angle. And then I actually did want the height of the tooth, so that's good. I'll move that over out to the side in a second. I also want to get the distance that a tooth is. So from here, where this tooth comes down, to the same point where the next tooth comes down, and I'll bring that down here. And we'll move things around here in a second after I've created these views, these dimensions. So turning the dimension tool off, now I can come back and choose the dimensions, and I can scoot things away. Yep, that one's just not being nice. Okay, so you can also move this detail view label. So let's get this one again. I did want to get the height here. There you go. All right, and that's it. You can take a second, you can make a big text box and put that in here that this is the detail view. I guess I can do that for you real quick. Let's make it a good Edgewood blue. Let's change the size, and let's just say this is a detail view drawing, and your name and the date would be great. Okay, you can also update the iProperties window to get your drawn by and your title and all that updated. Okay, so that's orange eye. Go to iProperties and the summary tab where you can change that. So I can change that to Mr. Orlando, and the title can be the drawing, the detail view drawing. Apply, close, and then that updates down here. So that looks great. Save it as a PDF. To save as a PDF, hover over Save As. Do not click on, and you will get 4 different options under this Save As. So choose the Save Copy As, and then here, obviously, navigate to the correct folder that you'd like to put it in. Name it what you'd like to call it, but right here, Save As Type, choose a PDF file. This is how you make a PDF file. That's what you need to turn in for me. All right, do that and turn it in, and you're great. Thank you very much.